Emotional distance does not happen suddenly. It grows quietly, while two people are still together. If you ever feel that your partner is physically present but emotionally far, conversations feel empty, affection feels forced, or you feel lonely inside the relationship, then this topic is for you. Hello and welcome to Mastermindology, the channel where we explain relationships through psychology, not blame. Today we are talking about the psychology of emotional distance in relationships, why it happens, what it really means, and how it can be healed. Like the video and subscribe to Mastermindology. What is emotional distance? Emotional distance is not the absence of love. It is a protective psychological response. From a psychological point of view, emotional distance develops when emotional safety feels threatened, when needs remain unmet for a long time, and when vulnerability begins to feel risky. The brain chooses distance instead of pain. This is not intentional coldness. It is emotional self-protection. Why emotional distance feels more painful than arguments? Arguments show there is still emotional energy and involvement. Distance shows emotional withdrawal. Silence is not peace. Silence is often resignation. The brain interprets emotional distance as abandonment, even if the relationship still exists. The role of the nervous system. When emotional needs are ignored repeatedly, the nervous system enters survival mode. The body slowly stops seeking connection and emotional walls begin to rise. This results in cold behavior, short replies, less affection, and emotional unavailability. Distance is the body saying that connection no longer feels safe. Common psychological causes of emotional distance. Unresolved emotional pain is one of the main causes. When pain is not addressed, the brain stores it. Over time, hope reduces, vulnerability decreases, and protection increases. People stop sharing because sharing feels pointless. Feeling unheard or invalidated also creates distance. When emotions are dismissed again and again, the brain learns that silence is safer than expression. People do not shut down because they do not care. They shut down because they feel invisible. Emotional exhaustion is another reason. Constant conflict, stress, or misunderstanding drains emotional energy. Distance becomes a form of rest. Fear of vulnerability plays a strong role. If vulnerability was met with criticism, judgment, or indifference, the brain connects openness with pain. So it closes. Attachment style differences also create distance. Anxious partners seek closeness during stress, while avoidant partners seek space. This creates a chase and withdraw cycle where both feel unsafe. Why emotional distance is often misunderstood. Most people assume emotional distance means lack of love or lack of care. Psychology shows that emotional distance is usually a response to emotional pain, not a personality trait. It develops over time. It is not who the person truly is. How emotional distance affects both partners. The partner who withdraws often feels overwhelmed, avoids conflict, and suppresses emotions to protect themselves. The partner who feels the distance experiences rejection, overthinking, insecurity, and emotional loneliness. Both partners suffer in different ways. Why pressure makes distance worse? When someone is emotionally distant, pressure feels threatening. Repeated questioning feels like emotional interrogation. The nervous system responds by pulling even further away. Connection cannot be forced. It must feel safe. Step 1: Stop chasing and start creating safety. Chasing demands closeness. Safety invites closeness. Lower emotional pressure. Calm your tone. Reduce blame. Safety allows the nervous system to relax and reopen. Step 2: Change why questions into what questions. Why questions trigger defensiveness. What questions invite explanation. Instead of asking why someone is distant, ask what they have been feeling or what has been weighing on them. Curiosity opens emotional doors. Step 3: Validate before trying to fix. Validation is psychological oxygen. Saying that you understand why someone feels a certain way lowers emotional walls. Validation does not mean agreement. It means recognition. People soften when they feel seen. Step 4: Rebuild emotional safety slowly. Emotional distance does not heal instantly. It heals through consistency, calm presence, respect, and predictability. Trust returns slowly when safety is stable. Step 5: Communicate without blame. Blame creates defense. Ownership creates connection. Instead of accusing, express emotional needs honestly and calmly. This invites closeness instead of resistance. Why some people shut down instead of fighting. For some people, fighting feels dangerous. Distance feels safer. Many learned early in life that expressing emotions leads to conflict, rejection, or punishment. So they protect themselves by withdrawing. This behavior is learned, not intentional harm. When emotional distance becomes serious. Emotional distance becomes dangerous when there is no effort to repair, no willingness to communicate, and no emotional availability from either side. At this stage, distance turns into disconnection. Can emotional distance be healed? Yes, emotional distance can be healed if both partners are willing to restore safety, communicate calmly, and remain emotionally present. Healing requires patience, awareness, and emotional maturity. Healthy space versus emotional distance. Healthy space feels peaceful and secure and includes reconnection. Emotional distance feels cold, unsafe, and disconnected. Understanding the difference is important. Short call to action. Subscribe to Master Mindology for psychology-based relationship clarity. Final psychological truth. People do not pull away because they stop caring. They pull away because caring started to hurt. Emotional distance is a signal, not the end. Emotional distance is not healed by pressure, demands, or emotional chasing. It is healed through safety, understanding, calm communication, and emotional respect. When people feel safe, they do not need to hide.